Fellas, good morning. How's everybody doing out there? Thank you guys for kicking off another morning with me here on Winning Bets. I'm, of course, Jason Mattis, giving you guys some free sports picks every single day. Coming off a nice little long weekend. Been a while since I've been with you guys. Feels damn good to be back. How was everybody's weekend? How was everybody's Labor Day weekend? Kind of a rainy, cloudy, kind of one of those kind of weekends here in Chicago. It's almost like Chicago. It's so funny. It's like Chicago literally knows when it turns Labor Day. The temperature drops. The wind kicks up a little notch, and it's like, okay, here comes winter. I've only been living here for like 5 or 6 years, whatever it's been. It's just so funny how Labor Day, and it just comes in like clockwork, comes that kind of weather. So hope you guys had a nice, fantastic weekend, long weekend, whatever it was. Let's get settled on back into sports right here, what we do every single day. We, of course, recap the previous day, and then we give you guys bets. Well, in this case, we got to make sure we recap last week, and then we also got to recap yesterday. And then we've got an NFL player prop for Giants versus Texans. We've also got some UCL bets. You guys obviously saw the thumbnail. Big day for soccer fans like myself. Champions League is back. We get to hear the song. We get to see the Heineken commercials, all the things, and, of course, the action on the pitch. That's what we really look forward to is the action on the pitch. Big games, obviously, in Champions League. And then, of course, we'll get in some MLB bets as well. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and make sure we, of course, recap last week. We went 31-32 and down 3.82 units. Now on the year, a lot of wins, a lot of losses, and plus 83.3 units on the year. So doing good right there. Coming off a bad week, unfortunately, but doing good on the year. Let's talk about some of those good wins. How about the Tigers and Rangers F5 team totals? Both of those teams were really good to us to the tune of 2 cashes each. For the Tigers, of course, it's against left-handed pitching. That's the only time we're willing to back the Tigers, and they came through for us on both occasions last week, and so did the Rangers versus left-handed pitching. They're absolutely crushing left-handed pitching. They're still crushing left-handed pitching right now, and the 2 times they saw a starter last week, we bet it, and we cashed it, and we got good cashes on their one. Also, MLB player props in terms of pitchers and their recorded outs. Really good to us. We did the cash cow and Mitch Keller over 15.5 outs. He came through for us as he went 6 or 7 strong, I believe, in that game. Luis Castillo, that's the one that felt really good because a lot of people were on the over and I was on the unders. We did under 18.5 outs. He gave us a good plus money cash. And so did Shane Bieber, another good plus money cash going against the Orioles. What are you talking about? Shane Bieber can't go distance and also can't give you length against the Orioles. What a crazy bet. And to get that one at plus money. Yeah, we took advantage of the sports books on that one. That one was good to see. What about NASCAR head-to-heads? We remain on a good roll on NASCAR. You guys remember, what was it, 3 weeks ago we went 4-2. 2 weeks ago, we only did one bet, Chris Buescher to finish in the top 10. That one cashed. We laid off last week because they were at Daytona and the big unknown. We went right back to NASCAR this past weekend and a good weekend going 3-1. Now, that being said, we got a lot of luck to go ahead and help us. We did Logano over Truex. We did Larson and Chastain both over Kyle Busch, and then went Harvick over Byron. That was the one loss. Those 3 wins, though, were extremely lucky because I watched that entire race. Truex and Kyle Busch were the 2 better cars all night. They were leading the way. I mean, Logano mixed in there a little bit on stage 1 and stage 2, but it was basically Joe Gibbs Racing. And in Joe Gibbs Racing, while Denny Hamlin was certainly up there, top 5, top 10 most of the night competing, it was Truex and it was Kyle Busch all the way, and both of them ran into mechanical failures. Truex bowed out due to a power steering issue, which then caused the engine issues, and Kyle Busch's engine just blew. So we got fortunate. We probably were staring at an 0-4 night. I was watching the race and just kind of shaking my head, enjoying the race, enjoying the playoff drama, but just kind of shaking my head, being like, yep, this is not going to be good. And then you see Truex bow out, and then Kyle Busch under caution is when his engine, not when he's going 100, whatever miles an hour around Darlington, 130, 140, whatever it is. He blows his engine under caution, or that's the way the engine blows up. Kind of funny right there how that one unfolded. So good cashes in NASCAR and already look forward to this weekend. They're going to be at the Kansas Motor Speedway for playoff race number 2. We look to stay hot in NASCAR. What about a first half draw there in Bournemouth versus Wolves? Yeah, not only did we get that to cash, I also correctly predicted the 0-0 score in that game. So completely dialed into that fixture, and we got a good cash. And Manchester City first half team total over 1.5 goals against Nottingham. What? Are you giving me that bet? You're giving me that bet at plus money at home against a newbie in the Premier League and only need 2 goals? Woo! That was a game where Holland had a first half hat trick and they went on to win 6-0, which was another score that I got correctly. That one was on the NBC Sports Predictor app, so I got the full 10 points for that one. Actually had a nice showing that week on the NBC Sports Predictor app. So yeah, was good in soccer. Midweek was good in soccer. Let's talk about those notable losses, because while we were good midweek in soccer, the weekend, 0-8. I mean, it was absolutely a bloodbath in soccer. Under 2.5 United Arsenal, that did not happen. Under 10.5 corners in Brighton versus Leicester, and that one was disgusting as all get out. Under 10.5 corners. Great research, great bet. Just it was one of these. We got to pull it out. It was one of these. One of those. Just like, are you kidding me? Because there was 4 at halftime. Okay, not too bad. And then from the 79th minute to the 84th minute, there were 6 corners. 6 corners in a 4-minute span. The game ended with 11, so we lost on the hook. The 11th corner was a back pass from Leicester's center back to the goalkeeper, and he just hit it far enough away to him where the keeper couldn't get to it in time, and it rolled over the end line. So it wasn't like it was because Brighton was attacking. We lost on the hook because of that BS. A terrible back pass by the center back. That one, yeah, you can tell I'm still a little heated under the collar under that one right there. That one so much made the notable losses. Like, I lumped it in 0-8 in the Premier League, but I had to put that one like on its own isolate. That one was absolutely brutal. Amongst all those other 8 losses, we of course backed City and Liverpool in the money line parlay, just like everybody else in America, and neither one of those two teams were able to get the win, so we lost just like everybody else in America. We did City minus 1.5 in the Asian line. Again, they did not win the game. We did both of those two teams minus 4.5 on corners. It didn't come through. We dropped that sucker in a parlay. And then the other notable loss, which you can see right there, another disgusting beat. Wolves Southampton first half draw. 1 goal in the entire game. You know when it came? In the 45th minute. Just on the stroke just before halftime. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting right there to lose that bet. Basically, in the last couple minutes. I'm sure there was injury time, but we lost in the last minute of halftime. Absolutely disgusting right there. So yeah, both of those I thought were really brutal beats. So I put those kind of outside of what was the 0-8 weekend in soccer. And then midweek, guys, remember we had Brewers Diamondbacks F5 over 3.5. How about 3 runs after the second inning? And then it all dried up after that. So yeah, tough luck right there. We are taking a couple arbitrage dollars into this week, but brutal beats, just brutal beats right there. And if you thought the brutal beats were going to end just because a new week started, no. Let's go ahead and do yesterday's recap, because there was a brutally disgusting beat that happened to us yesterday. So much that I raged bet, threw another unit on a bet, and lost that one. Let's talk about it right now. Started off the day great. No plus money cash. Chris Archer, under 3.5 Ks. He's still, guys, he's got like 23 or 24 starts now. He's not pitched past the 5th inning like all season. I don't mean throwing at it. I mean, like, literally the dude hasn't gotten out of the 5th inning all season long. Under 3.5 Ks plus money, sign me up all day long. Here's a disgusting beat. It's Pacos. This was in the Portuguese Premier League. We did over 3.5 cards, just team total for that one team alone. They had 3 at halftime. 3 at halftime on 7 fouls. They committed 11 fouls in the second half. The ref didn't want to give them a yellow card. Are you kidding me? We're on the hook at halftime. Like, I'm feeling good. I'm like, oh, this is nice little plus 134 cash coming my way. Got 45 minutes. Just need 1 card. Nothing. Are you kidding me? And they committed more fouls in the second half. And they had a goal disallowed. I thought they scored, and then the goal got disallowed because of VAR. And I was like, oh shit, this is gonna piss them off. Like this is the team's in relegation. They're in 19th place in the Portuguese Premier League. They go up 1-0 on the road. The goal gets taken away from them. I was like, shit, they're definitely gonna trip somebody. Fouls, like, there's gonna be some dirty play coming now that they got that goal taken away. Nope, the fouls are coming, but the ref was card happy in the first. He gave out 6 cards in the first half. He only gave out 1 in the second half, and obviously it didn't go to the team that we needed. So brutal beat right there. So I was hot under the collar. I still needed Cardinals F5 team total to come through to turn a profit on the day. Would have been a very small profit, but I just needed it. Nope, that didn't go down. So once I lost Cardinals, I said, you know what? I was so disgusted with the last week, just super disgusted with that Pacos brutal beat there with over 3.5 cards. I said, I'm going to go back in. Tigers versus left-hander. We've literally only lost 1 bet all season. I'll put another unit on it. They didn't come through for us. Hell, they didn't get any runs all game. They lost the game 10-0. So just unfortunate stuff right there. So you can see, starting the week off on the wrong foot, but it's only Monday, so we'll look to turn that suckers around. Let's go ahead and jump in the comment section, see what is going on. Let's see. John had under 11.5. Dude, that 4-minute span where there were 6 corners, I'm watching that game on TV because that was the only game on that time slot, and it's just like you can just see it, and it's just like shit. This is getting up there towards 10.5. And then like I said, to lose that last one on a back pass from the center back. All right, nice hit, John. Nice hit, John. That's a nice hit. You should have sailed to an easy cash, and I should have sailed to an easy cash. Brutal stuff. Nice hit, John. Nice hit, man. All right, let's go ahead now. What do we want to do first? We should probably do the Champions League bets first because those go off first today. So let's go ahead and throw those up. I've tweeted these out. It was not 46 minutes ago. That's just a screenshot of when I took it. That was days ago I tweeted this out. I can't wait for Champions League to come back. Don't text me from 2 to 4 today because all I'm going to be doing is sitting there watching Champions League. No reason to ask me what the hell I'm doing. I'm sitting there watching Champions League. All right, so we're into this Chelsea match. Both teams will score. Chelsea is just not – it's not the same Chelsea. It's not the same Chelsea. So I'll go ahead and do both teams to score. Love home team scoring in Champions League. That's obviously the fans and the supporters and everything behind them. So I love that bet right there. Salzburg versus Milan. If you guys remember Salzburg from last season when we were getting cashes. Salzburg, if you want to find a good comparison, let's say you do watch the Premier League like I do, you can think Salzburg is like a team like Leeds. All they do is to attack. And their defense isn't all that great, so they give up goals. That's a great comp for Salzburg, is Leeds in my mind. So we know we're going to get in this fixture. We're going to get Salzburg, just attack, and then they're going to expose themselves on the back end. And Milan, coming off a good derby win there against Inter Milan over the weekend. Milan's a real strong team, so expect them to. I expect that game to be like 3-2, 4-2, like one of those kind of cracker games. And then the other one, we're doing Madrid on the main line. UCL champs, obviously, the best team probably in the whole damn competition. Everybody's going to gravitate towards the Premier League teams because everybody's a homer, and I got lured into that last season, the final, taking a Liverpool. Nope. They're steady Eddie Madrid, baby. They just keep on clumping along. They're going to go on the road and knock off Celtic. And then Benfica at home, over 1.5 team total. It's juicy, but that's why it's a parlay piece. So we go ahead and drop that in a parlay. I'm curious to you guys, what are you guys doing with PSG today? How are you guys betting PSG? PSG is beating Juventus. Are they beating them by a margin, or are they just going to do it like a goal? That's why I'm a little confused. And also, how are you guys betting Man City? What are you guys going to do for Man City? Is it City on the clean sheet? Is it City to win by 2? City's making me nervous right now. They are not on all cylinders. If this was a City firing on all cylinders, I think you easily take City minus 1.5 on the Asian line. I think you easily take City to keep a clean sheet. I mean, remember, this was a team that went against Spanish side Atletico Madrid last season in the knockout phase and held them to a 0-0 1-0 game. So Atletico Madrid couldn't score. Sevilla's in terrible form right now. They haven't got a win to start the season. I think it's like 3 losses and a draw, or maybe it's 2 losses and 2 draws. I'm trying to go off the top of my head from when I did the research. But either way, Sevilla's in absolutely god-awful form. I'm thinking Man City on the clean sheet, or I'm thinking Sevilla under 2.5 shots. I'm getting in a bet on that game. I'm not letting the Premier League teams pass by without betting them. I watch too much damn Premier League. I want to see lines. I want to see what City's going to go ahead and try it out there. So that's the reason why I didn't bet it, because the lines just aren't moving. So I got time. You can get City to keep a clean sheet at plus money. You can get that Sevilla under 2.5 shots on target at minus 110. We got some time. Let's wait and see when lineups come out. Lineups do come out at 1 p.m. Central Time. 1 p.m. Central Time. I would say look for me on Twitter within minutes after that. I'm going to go ahead and get in a bet on that. And I want to work in PSG. PSG's winning the game. Like, I understand it's a Juventus. PSG's winning the game. Just can they do it by a margin? So that's why I got a little bit of hold up right there. All right, before we get into other bets, let's go ahead and jump back in the comment section. Backup goalie. Oh, is the old Arsenal guy not playing? What's his name? The name slipping me. Whatever the old Arsenal goalkeeper. I didn't realize he was out. So we got a backup goalie for Juventus. Okay, love the sound of that. Yeah, Sevilla's been god awful. They're not clicking. But so then you think, okay, City is gonna run it up. City ain't running up on anybody except for Nottingham. They struggled against Villa this past weekend. Struggled against Villa. Watched a good chunk of that game. Did not watch it all, but watched a chunk of that game. I mean, they gotta beat Villa, and they didn't do it. All right, I agree with you, John. Sevilla's been god awful, but City's not been good in their own right. So that's why I'd rather just maybe focus on Sevilla not getting much accomplished rather than backing City to do it. I don't know. We'll see what happens right there. All right. Let's go ahead now and keep this show rolling right along. Let's go ahead and do the soccer bets. What the hell? Or let's do the one tennis bet and the MLB bet that we got for today. We're gonna go to this Kyrgios match. Both of these, I mean, this is just going to be good. Have you guys been watching this U.S. Open? I've been thoroughly enjoying it. My wife is actually getting into it every night. She's asking me to turn the TV on, which never happens. Like, she never says turn the TV on. And she's getting into it each and every single night. We've been enjoying the action. This match right here, this Kyrgios match, this should absolutely go 5 sets, 4 sets with a tiebreaker. I mean, will there be a tiebreaker in the match? Of over 0.5 is at minus 360. So the sports we're telling you're getting at least one tiebreaker. So there's 13 games. I think this is going 4 games, or 4 sets. I think it's probably going 5 sets. It has the last 2 times these guys have played head-to-head. They played a 2-1 game and a 3-2 game. This is going the distance. This is absolutely going the distance, I believe it. And even if it doesn't, I think because we're getting a tiebreaker, even if it's played to 4 sets, I think we'll be pretty good. So go ahead and give me over 37.5 games in that match. And then this Keller one, look, I grabbed it at FanDuel last night at minus 130. You can get this at plus money right now over at DraftKings. You can get him over 3.5Ks at plus money. You guys know it's the absolute cash cow on Mitch Keller. We've cashed 17 of his 20 starts. 17 of his 20 starts we have cashed Mitch Keller. We are coming off a win, as you guys saw in last week's recap, over 15.5 outs. We'll go right back to Mitch Keller, but this time on strikeouts, facing the Mets. I think he'll get 4 strikeouts. He's got a powerful sinker that he's just incorporated over about the last like 2.5 months, and his strikeouts is showing right there. So we'll do Mitch Keller over 3.5Ks. Wish I had it at plus money like a lot of you guys out there, but I'm stuck at minus 130, but it's all right. When it's a win, it's a win. Who really cares? All right, let's jump back in the comment section, and then let's do our last thing on today's show. We want to do our NFL player prop for Giants versus Texans. Go ahead and do that right there. Yeah, I agree. It's been absolutely amazing right there. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the tennis. All right, let's go ahead and get in the player prop. Let's go ahead and throw it up here on the screen. There it is right there. I'm going Daniel Jones over 19.5 rushing yards, and this is the reason why I like that bet. First of all, there won't be a ton of bets in week 1 in the NFL because what stats am I going off of? I ain't getting any stats. Right? You always got to take it easy the first go. Remember how we started off the MLB season? First like 2.5 weeks, I was struggling. Yeah, well, I'm trying to make 2022 predictions using 2021 numbers, off-season additions. All that shit doesn't mean it's going to translate into the new season. So just be a little careful. The volume will be a little bit slow until we get actual data to go off of. And then what have we done this MLB season? We've done nothing but kick its butt. Expect that to happen in the NFL. May not happen out of the gates. I'm willing to take a chance, though, on this Daniel Jones one at over 19.5 rushing yards. We already know he's better with his feet than his arm. I mean, nobody's going to debate that. The guy can't throw worth shit, but he can actually run pretty good. Well, who's his head coach? Brian Daboll. Oh, I know Brian Daboll really well. He was the Buffalo Bills offense coordinator last season. He loves his quarterbacks running. We know that's obviously a strength of Josh Allen, but again, that's also a strength of Daniel Jones. Why are they not going to use a strength of Daniel Jones? He's terrible, right? You're going to want to get the most out of your players. You put them in the best chance to succeed. You use their strengths. He's absolutely going to get plays called for him. You literally just saw how Brian Daboll uses Josh Allen. And now, obviously, he's not the same caliber player as Josh Allen, but they're going to put him in those same positions. It's what Daboll does. I mean, it's literally his system. This, if it's successful, will be in the 30s, come week 3 in the NFL. Just look at Josh Allen's prop. It's at 35.5 rushing yards. Again, a better player, admittedly, but if we're taking the system that the Bills ran and we're putting it in New York, and they have a capable runner in Daniel Jones, he's getting plays called for him, and you get the benefit of he can't pass worth shit, so he's going to have to scramble because he can't pass worth shit. So I absolutely love that one right there. So I'm going to go ahead and roll with Daniel Jones over 19.5 rushing yards against the Texans. All right, before we end this show, let's jump back in the comment section. What is BTTS? Love the question right there. It is both teams to score. Both teams to score. BTTS is both teams to score. So in the one game, we're just doing both teams to score. In the other game, we're doing a parlay of both teams to score and add over 2.5 goals to be scored in that match. So the second bet there on the screen is a parlay at plus 101. Do not go to BetRivers or FanDuel because those may not be the best prices. Again, I did not tweet that 46 minutes ago. It was Saturday? Maybe when I tweeted that. So I don't know if BetRivers and FanDuel's are the best prices to date. All right, I think that's all we have on today's show. Yeah, that's all we got on today's show, guys. Guys, if you're a soccer fan like I am, hopefully you enjoyed today's action. Champions League is just absolutely amazing, and obviously everybody's pumped that the Champions League is back. I'm going to try I'm not going to do like one NFL player prop a day because A, I'm not going to force it, and B, I just said you ain't got any data to go off of. So we're trying to make projections, and it's a little tough. So I still think we've got some good spots, and we'll see if we can't crank out possibly one a day, team totals too. We do all that stuff just like last season. So, all right, guys, enjoy your Tuesday. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. Again, thank you guys for kicking off another morning with me here on Winning Bets. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow. Let's cash today. No more funny, no more BS. We had enough of that last week. We got enough of that yesterday. Let's just have straightforward action today and put some money in our pocket. And we'll see you guys back here tomorrow.